This is THV 11 News at 6.
Good evening and thank you for joining us here at 6. I'm Brooke Buckner alongside Faith Woodard. Tonight we're learning the neo-Nazi group Blood Tribe that marched the streets of Little Rock over the weekend did not have a permit.
It's leaving many frustrated and in fear after the neo-Nazi group marched at two of the city's most symbolic locations. Tonight, THV 11's Tanya Motorzitsky joins us from the state capitol. She looked into how this demonstration by the hate group was allowed to happen and shares how the community is responding. Tanya?
Faith and Brooke, I'm here at the state capitol where the neo-Nazi group went ahead and demonstrated here, and just a mile down the road, not even, at Central High School as well. So many people in the community are wondering how this happened, what are state and local leaders saying so this doesn't happen again. A small group of more than 20 white supremacists marched the streets of the Little Rock Capitol.
Nobody wants to know that Nazis are coming to their town.
And in front of Little Rock Central High School.
I don't think many people felt safe this weekend.
Something Representative Denise Ennett says was a reminder of history.
The Little Rock Nine, almost 70 years ago, these 9 brave souls went in to integrate Central High.
THV 11 since learned the Blood Tribe, who demonstrated on Saturday, did not have a permit with the city or Capitol Police. By law, if they stayed on sidewalks and kept it moving, no permit is legally required. We also reached out to Governor Sarah Huckabee's office. Her spokesperson said in a statement, "Racism has no place in Arkansas, and I condemn this vile protest." Little Rock police say they monitored the situation and cited a member of the group who was driving the moving truck hauling the group. Little Rock chapter of the NAACP President Marie Hollowell says Arkansas needs stricter hate crime laws.
We cannot continue to cause this division. We cannot continue to promote hate.
And it says in 2021, during her first term as state representative, there was discussion of hate crime laws.
I remember that bill like it was yesterday. That bill was highly debated.
But she voted against it because it excluded certain groups of people. She says that bill did not go anywhere, but hopes if it's presented again during the next session, she gets to include every group impacted by hate crimes and is reminding constituents to be vigilant.
It takes a village. It takes people like you and me to call out this nonsense.
I did reach out to Little Rock School District for a comment. They declined at this time. I also reached out to the mayor's office several times today for a statement. I did not hear back. Live at the Capitol, I'm Tanya Motorzitsky, THV 11 News.
Thank you, Tanya. Meanwhile, we're continuing to monitor the immigration enforcement activity up in Northwest Arkansas. According to reporting by the Associated Press, more than 450 people arrested by ICE were held in custody at the Benton County Jail from January 1st through October 15th. Most of the arrests were made through what's called the 287G program.
In all but a few states, local law enforcement works directly with ICE, allowing them to question people booked into jail about their immigration status. Local immigration lawyer Susan Duell says these nearly 500 arrests reflect a level of enforcement they haven't seen in years and are creating new fears in local communities.
It's obviously an increase in what we've ever seen in the past. And of course, Benton County is, I mean, in terms of Arkansas, it's a populous county, but we're still a small state. So 450 is not a small number considering the population of Benton County.
So says anyone who is charged with a crime is also screened for a possible ICE hold.
It's a good thing you're over here in my area for a change, huh?
Yeah, I'm over in your neck of the woods in the studio.
Normally it's go to the desk. Brooke is joining me in the Weather Center.
Yeah, I am. Here we are. Are you going to give me some warm temperatures or no?
No.
Okay, there we have it.
Not giving in to you
or to Faith.
They're milder temperatures. Before I talk about that, I made a mistake tonight. Can you imagine a weatherman making a mistake?
You tend to make those sometimes.
Sometimes. A couple of 3 times a day, actually.
We love you anyway. It's okay.
Glow Wild. Let's say Glow Wild was open tonight. It's not. It's open the 10th. They have certain dates they're open and not open, so they're not open. Don't go to the zoo tonight. They probably won't be there. But it's a great looking shot of the Arkansas State Capitol. Other places you may choose. How about the Capitol Hotel with the beautiful Christmas tree? But gorgeous lights out there over downtown Little Rock. Let's talk a little weather. Here's what you've got going on right now. We're at 36 degrees. It's a cold evening. 36 Searcy, 35 Fayetteville, DeQueen 40, 42 Texarkana. Now Southwest Arkansas had some sunshine today and they managed the lower 50s. Our day is tomorrow. In fact, our day is, well, Tuesday along with Wednesday and Thursday. We'll see high temperatures those 3 days, getting up close to the 60-degree mark, but lo and behold, strong cold front on the way and more cold air as well. I'll have that forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, Tom, thank you. A heads up for those of you in parts of North Little Rock and Sherwood. Today is the last day to register for the District 70 special primary. To register, just search Voter View online, then click the link to see if you are registered and which district you live in. These are the three candidates in the race to fill the vacant seat previously held by former Representative Carlton Wing. There are two Democratic candidates, Cordelia Smith Johnson and Alex Holliday, who lost to Wing by fewer than 300 votes last November. The sole Republican is Brian Bo Renshaw, and he was previously appointed to the State Board of Physical Therapy by Governor Sanders. Again, today is the last day to register. Voting will start January 6th.
Tonight we're learning Arkansas could soon be home to another state park. This is its 53rd and centered around one of its most visited natural attractions. The announcement made by Governor Sarah Sanders at the state capitol earlier today, where she said they have signed an agreement with the U.S. Forest Service to begin the process of acquiring Blanchard Springs Caverns. The caverns are the second largest in Arkansas, featuring 8.5 miles of explored passages and guided tours through 2 of its 3 levels.
This is what the Natural State Initiative looks like in action. Strategic partnerships, smart investment, and shared commitment to expanding outdoor recreation in ways that strengthen communities and destinations, grow Arkansas tourism, invest in the quality of life for Arkansans, and make Arkansas a place people want to return to again and again.
The caverns are the second largest in Arkansas and brings in about 70,000 visitors a year. And Arkansas could be at the center of the global race for lithium, a key component in electric vehicles and renewable energy. Officials, including Governor Sanders, say the state has the potential to lead the way in lithium production, extracting it in an environmentally friendly way while still supporting traditional energy sources like oil, gas, and coal.
And we have the ability to extract that lithium in a way that is much more environmentally friendly and a lot less disruptive than traditional practices that you've seen for that. So I think it is a more of everything, all of the above strategy, and ultimately it has to be about America dominating when it comes to energy, space, and capacity and not allowing somebody else to take it.
Supporters argue this balanced approach ensures the U.S. stays competitive globally, embracing innovation without abandoning the energy sources that keep the grid running today.
And new here at 6, we're hearing from Governor Sanders for the first time since President Donald Trump announced a $12 billion farm aid package. She responded to the news thanking the president and saying, quote, "This money will go a long way towards ensuring our nation is fed and self-sustaining, especially in the face of attacks from adversaries like communist China," end quote. According to the president, the money will come from tariff revenues. He also says it will help farmers who felt the squeeze after Trump raised tariffs on China as part of a broader trade war with Beijing.
This relief will provide much needed certainty to farmers as they get this year's harvest to market and look ahead to next year's crops. And it'll help them continue their efforts to lower food prices for American families.
Trump also blamed his predecessor for the problem, saying inflation under President Biden crushed farmers. The Trump administration's payments for farmers are scheduled to be distributed in February.
UAMS Head Start centers are set to reopen tomorrow after temporarily closing at the end of October due to the government shutdown.
Federal funding is now restored so children and families can get back into the classroom to resume full services. The executive director of Head Start says most of the same staff and kids are coming back, but because of the few who left, there are some openings available.
We are full steam ahead, and for the few children that we're able to get into other programs, that means that we'll probably have a few spots open. And so we are still taking applications. We're reviewing the applications that we got even during the shutdown. And so we are still taking kids, especially in the 3 to 5 year programs.
Ochoa says the program serves more than 400 kids, and you can apply online at headstart.uams.edu.
Meanwhile, Levi Hospital is moving forward with its transition into a community health foundation. The hospital announced this summer it would end patient care on August 1st as it shifts into focus to behavioral health and the social factors that impact overall wellness.
Leaders say years of aging infrastructure and rising repair costs helped drive the change. The board has now voted to remove the century-old building, saying maintaining an empty facility would drain resources better used for grants, partnerships, and community programs. Demolition is expected to begin this spring.
This holiday season, Arkansas families are gathering to honor those who gave the gift of life through organ and tissue donations. We share their stories after the break.
Clearing skies, temperatures bottoming out tomorrow morning in the lower to mid 30s. We've got a nice mild forecast for a few days, but then more Faith's favorite weather is on the way. That's right, more cold. No, she doesn't like cold weather. But we do have cold weather in your forecast after the break.